Thank you for visiting West Coast Auto Enthusiast. Today we're featuring a 2008 Audi S5. It's only got 24,000 miles on it. It's a clean title, clean Carfax car. We can finance it through Alaska Federal Credit Union, can put an extended warranty on it, and we welcome trades. This is kind of our first move into the S5 market. I don't know a lot about them. We've been buying more and more Audis. We bought this specifically because of the color combination and the mileage. We really like them. It's also one of the first 2 years that they came with a V8 as opposed to a supercharged V6, which they went to in 2010. It's got adaptive HID lights. It's got new Michelins on it. It's really clean. These were introduced into the US in 2008 with the A5. And so this is a 349 horsepower car. It's also got a manual transmission. It's got an Audi smart key, so if you touch that, that'll lock and unlock your car. You can see your power folding mirrors will kick in. That's a programming thing. The wheels are all in good shape. The front right has a little curb rash, but not too bad. The paint and the body are in good shape. I detailed it, but if I owned it, I'd have the paint cut, just because I think it's been sitting. So we have an extra piece of carbon fiber trim. That's for the center console. A couple of the door panels we didn't like the quality of them, so we replaced them. You've got rear fold down seats here, which is nice. It turns this truck into a massive storage area. And then you do have a spare tire of sorts, which is more than I could say for most cars in today's world. So again, the body and paint's in really good shape. The mileage is good. We think they went to the supercharged V6 because of EPA standards they had to meet. We like the V8. We love the way it sounds. It drives like a beast. And it really handles well at high speeds. So I took this over to our mechanics, have an inspection done, and was impressed. So there's your trim. As I mentioned, carbon fiber trim. This is what they call Magna leather. Magna is the color red leather. So we like that. You notice the power folding mirrors. If you see a silver ring on a speaker or a tweeter in an Audi, that's an indication of Bang & Olufsen sound, which is a very, very nice sound system. So you can see the back seats are in great shape, which you would expect in any S5, I think. They're not going to see typically a lot of use. So there's your passenger side door trim. The mirrors pop back into place. The Quattro indication, they're all all-wheel drive, which is nice. So I have the amp. A very common failure on these is the amp. I've had the amp removed. We're having it repaired, and we're going to put a cover on it to keep that from further failure. So they either have a sunroof drain or they have a trunk seal that goes bad, and we're going to fix that, and then we're going to replace it. So that's out at the shop, and that runs the MMI system. And so all this stuff is shut down. That'll be fixed in, found a shop on the East Coast, and it sounds like that'll be fixed in about 5 days. So you do have dual heated seats. You've got a media, I guess not. I guess you don't have a media reader. So you've got a 6-disc changer. In here you've also got a USB. There's the valet key. We do have the books and 2 master keys. So it does have navigation. It's got backup cameras. It's got, as I mentioned, the Bang & Olufsen sound. It's got rear parking sensors, service interval indicators, 24,277 miles. What we really like about this is the sound. It's got cruise control. It's got a panoramic roof, so the larger sunroof. What else to say about it? It's really, really clean, and the fact we're going to fix the amp, because if that hasn't failed, it's going to fail. We've seen that on the Q7s too. They're in a bad place, and so when the trunk seal dries out, they tend to leak, or the sunroof drains back up, and they've got a drain hole that takes all that water right into the amp. And so that will be repaired, and then we're going to, as I mentioned, we're going to put a cover on it that will protect it, and we're going to fix this is a trunk seal that will be dealt with also. So that's just from sitting around and from being in a warmer climate. Anyways, if you've got questions, would like additional information, please feel free to contact us. We can be reached at 503-227-2354. Thank you for visiting West Coast Auto Enthusiast.